Stuart Glover, 4343 NC Highway 42 East. Purpose of this briefing is to recite for you my public testimony at the Nash Community College to the Division of Environmental Quality on Tuesday night. The purpose of these comments is to provide my objection to the Atlantic Coast Pipeline. First, this pipeline and the invasive construction required to install it violates a basic human principle of sovereignty in that it destroys the very fabric of America, which is the earth itself, much of which is under the ownership of both Native Americans and those of us who arrived here by immigration. Most noteworthy is the fact that the devastation wrought cannot be overcome, corrected, or mitigated, and the corporations of Duke and Dominion present no compensation for the resulting destruction and occupation. Second, this proposed pipeline poses an unnecessary and intolerable risk to the farms, families, and communities in and around its proposed path, as evidenced by the U.S. Department of Transportation data provided by the Pipeline and Hazardous Safety Administration. There have been over 11,000 reported substantial pipeline incidents during the period 1997 to 2016. What does this mean? This means if a pipeline is built, there's going to be accidents. These incidents are responsible for 324 deaths, resulting in over $7 billion in personal injury, property damage, watershed damage, and other damages. I want to emphasize the reported incidents because we know the utility industry is not forthcoming or honest when it comes to transparency concerning human health of the American public and the environment. Additionally, continuing risk flows from west to east in my community as the Tar-Pamlico River Basin carries fresh water into the Atlantic. Most noteworthy is in this regard is more risk of contamination from pipeline accidents or failure to the major freshwater reservoirs of Toys Knot Lake, Wiggins Mill, and Lake Wilson, plus the massive underground county well water system just downstream from the proposed pipeline and the construction site. These infrastructures supply fresh water to my community of more than 80,000 people, including our public schools and privately owned freshwater wells sustaining farms and families in the county. The risk posed to our freshwater supply is unacceptable. Third, the Atlantic Coast Pipeline is not necessary or required, and building it does not pass the test of common sense. Shareholders of Duke and Dominion have submitted their integrated resource plans to increase CO2 emissions through the building and burning of fracked natural gas in new power gas plants through the year 2030, without matching development in renewable clean energy. Here, once again, you can see the irresponsibility of corporate greed shining through just by reading their destructive future plans. This pipeline must be stopped. And one of the ways it can be stopped, I want to introduce this on the night of the mayors as a point of privilege on the mayors receiving his award, is the Clean Path Report that can put us over the top in renewable energy and stop burning fossil fuel. I would encourage all you members have this now in your email. I sent it when I came up here. We can stop burning fossil fuel to produce energy. And ma'am, I'll hand this over to go in the official record. My apologies if I usually go over. I think you